Eldlich, Crystal Beast. Begin. Oh, all right, great. Let's try another one.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Wait, it was a legit surrender. He said he had no plays. Okay. We are a warrior that searches a warrior, then summons the warrior to then put 2 warriors for this nonsense that's banned in TCG. There you go. Well done. Not a single Eldlich in sight. When he saw Eldlich, he surrendered. When he didn't have it, he won. Huh. Set pass. Uh-huh. Now, surely, Neprim's going to be a great play. They do have Ash Blossom, though. Ash. Negate the Neprim mate, and then we have Crystal Bond into the Herald of Green Light. Not only negating, but triggering the Ava. Bond. Negate it. Now, what's Ava going to do here? Ava is going to banish 2 other fairies to add the same number from your deck. Well, there's only 1 other fairy. Thus, the orange light is not activatable. We don't have another fairy to discard to use it. What is Mr. Player even playing? What's an Ava deck? Well, does not matter. We got Fiendsmith. We have Max C. But they do have Crossout Designate. Let's speed this up. Reborn Lurie, Max C. Negate the Max C. Now, can a Fiendsmith Tract deal 8,000 damage? Let's find out. Uninterrupted Fiendsmith Tract does not take up our normal summon. A big question is, are we bridging our way into another deck? Or is this it? This is where you'd make Beatrice. Looks like we're bridging. We're building a bridge, and that bridge we're building towards is sending the Crystal Rose to summon a Herald of Orange Light. We're now going to Sprite Elf, which does not have to summon to where it's pointing to for some reason. We now have Rose activating, banishing Lacrima to reborn itself back in the field, to then send a Gem Knight from the deck, Neprim triggering, discard the driver, reborn onto the field, activate to then further search our deck for the Gem Knight dispersion. And just like that, yes, 1 Fiendsmith Tract is in fact lethal damage when you bridge your way into Gem Knight. We're going to grab the Hollowed Core. Let's link off these 2. Not link, we are Xyzing. Xyz with the Gigantic Sprites, special summon the Hollow Core, sending from the deck the Gem Knight Fusion. Quartz will be activating a search for a Dispersion. Dispersion checks if there's a Gem Knight Fusion in graveyard to gain an additional benefit. We have Seraphonite, which allows an additional normal summon. We're going to use the deck to Fusion Summon into the Rose Diamond. 12,000 damage on the field. We have Engraved the Hollow Core, being able to negate anything. The opponent activates a card or effect, negate. And just like that, mates, a single Fiendsmith Tract. Plus, it's a 1.5 card combo. 1 Tract plus any other card in the hand. Dracotail versus new Mikanko. Ooh, this is good. New cards, new support. A player that loves the deck and knows how to play the deck, and we're playing against a top tier deck. This should be a great showcase on whether this is good or not. Now, right away, the Fire Dance is a brick, and I don't know what this card is. So did they give them a 1-card combo play? Let's see. I swear I do not know what these cards do. What does this do? It is going to send a Mikanko from the deck to the graveyard. Then you could set 1 Mikanko spell and trap from the deck. You cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except Mikanko monsters. Now, I believe there's no such thing as a Mikanko extra deck monster until the newly released card, which is the Xyz, that we're playing 3 of. And it's an ultra rare. 3, do you really need 3? 2 level 3 Mikankos. If this card is special summon, add any equip card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Like, Konami's got big balls when they don't put restrictions. It doesn't say Mikanko equip, any equip you want. You know, this could be like a snatch steal if you want to snatch a monster. Let's say they have a monster that's unaffected by activated effects. You could still take control of it. You can only use this effect. I know Isold is also pretty much that same thing. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage. That's the Mikanko theme. If this card attacks and battles at the end of the damage step, you could detach one material from this card. It can attack again in a row. Okay. Mikanko Water. Fire Dance Reborn back, the Hugh Lee. The new Hugh Lee with the animation. This looks like the Freyran anime, yeah? What the heck? Water equipped in the Hugh Lee, special summon for the deck. This is another new one. What does this do? If an equipped card becomes equipped to this, after we special summoned it, it did become equipped. It will now trigger to special summon a non-illusion Mikanko from your deck. And I assume that this is the only illusion Mikanko, right? So just don't special summon itself. Sure. Nini. We normally don't play Nini. Is Nini now good to play? Hugh Lee, special summon, as we now make the rank 3 Xyz searching for an equip. Wow, we're doing plays. Mikanko Dance is going to be equipped, and now what is the situation here? The Mikanko Water ensures that the equipped monster cannot be destroyed by card effects, and the monster itself cannot be destroyed by battle. And then we have the Spirit Watch, which can target a face-up monster and then equip it. And then this one, at the end of the damage step, you could target one card in the field and return to the hand. And since it's at the end of the damage step, you're pretty much not going to be able to respond to this effect. What? Neo, that's not allowed. You gotta at least interact with the field. Are you shiting me? We got board breakers. Double droplet, we got Fua Loss. They do not have a way to deal with the Fua Loss despite they are Dracotail, so they just naturally have a good play through the Fua Loss. Femina, chain, fuse it up. Let's fuse the entire freaking hand. Let's make the Rahu Dracotail illegal to resolve. Since it's illegal to resolve, you don't get to draw for the Fua Loss. Very good. Well done. The Rahu checks on resolution. Do we have a monster in the hand? We don't. Well, we now cannot legally summon a Dracotail fusion, which requires a monster in the hand. And we could just add back the Max C. Now, the issue is we play big time into an impermanence. We imperm the freaking Arthalion. He would not be able to add back the Max C nor the 2 other cards. So ideally, we got Fua and a Veiler, or Fua and an impermanence if they want to be crazy. Now, we got to play through a Max C, but if we're a one-turn kill deck, that should just be lethaling right away. We don't really care, right? This will be able to flame negate a spell. Now, the problem is Droplet has to send a trap in order for their spell to not be able to respond to the activation of the Droplet. Now, this gets a bit more nuanced. This does not need to be the direct activation of Droplet. So even if we send a trap, we could then respond with a Max C to the Droplet and then chain the flame to negate the Droplet. So what I'm trying to say is the Droplet has to send not only the trap, it has to send the monster. And if you were paying attention to a recent YCS review, that would be illegal. You can't send both if there's only one monster on the field. They did try though. We're gonna be searching for the new card, discarding the trap, even though we need it so they can't respond with the flame onto it. Now, we're not flaming this? What? Wow, okay, sure. What are we saving the flame for? Maybe the flame is for the water? Well, we could get rid of the water while it's on the field. As long as we activate anything, the Gulamel will directly chain to take out the water. Okay. I guess we knew that if we use Droplet, they would chain the flame. And he may be thinking, oh crap, I discarded the trap, so he couldn't chain, but he held on to Max C, so he would still be able to chain to the Droplet, then chain flame. So you are checkmated. Preparation of rites. Ohime, come to me. Activate searching for the Great Ceremony. Now, the Mad Lad Neo has absolutely no play whatsoever, but it's game 3, so you should not just surrender right away. Try to interact with their field. We want to see the power of Mikanko. What can they do despite build up their turn 1 field? We got the Mikanko Dance reborning the Sanaki, so it looks like a big priority of the deck is to get to a Sanaki. Get Sanaki in graveyard or summon Sanaki from the deck. Got Hugh Lee on the field, which will now, while you control an equip card, your opponent cannot target any Mikanko cards you control with card effects, but we are going to Xyz it up. Damn, maybe I want to play this. I didn't know it actually got new support beyond the alt arts. Let's dance onto the field, and now back to you. We have the ability to take control of a monster, negate a monster, Little Knight double banish. Is this actually a disruption during the opponent's turn? It's not, it's just a combo enabler. Okay. Cartesia, activate, fusion summon, imperm, negate. All right, Decade, I tried my best, and that's it. I can't normal summon the other Cartesia. I wouldn't be able to activate it. I can't normal summon the Malulu. We had 4 normal summons, a brick and a brick. What? Now, you could say it's not his fault. He got unlucky, but if those were not Cartesias, what else could they have been instead? Well, they would not be Branded Fusion. He's very likely playing Branded Fusion in addition to them. I guess the Cartesia would have to be a hand trap instead. And it wouldn't be a good hand trap like a, let's say, a Veiler or Ash, because we very likely already maximize those copies in our deck. So what hand trap does he not play at 3 that the Cartesia could have been instead? Nibiru, right? I mean, we had a Nibiru-able field. If we Nibiru'd instead of having Cartesia, now that's not to say that you should be playing Nibiru over Cartesia, only for this scenario would have been good, because I'm sure Cartesia is winning him more duels than not if it were to be Nibiru instead. Oh, we got to play. We didn't lose right away. Let's freaking go. We got Cartesia, activate, drop with negate, but this time we got the key to Dracotail. Add a Dracotail, and then if the opponent controls a monster on the resolution, we could also fusion summon. If we fuse, we could destroy a monster with Pan. We could negate a monster with Malulu. So this is great, mate. Little Knight, chain, banish away the Cartesia on fields. And this is it. Was this correct? If you want to deny them from fusion summoning, what you do, I'm not saying you should do this, but you chain, you Little Knight chain onto, actually there's no way to do it, because if you Zeus in response to Little Knight, then Little Knight's not going to banish. Yeah, there's no way. To clear all your monsters to ensure that the key 2 would not be able to fuse on resolution. All right, Pan. Let's activate Zeus before it gets wiped away by the Pan. Wipe the field. And now we have Nibiru as our only form of disruption. Is this it for Mikanko? This didn't really feel Mikanko-ish. Now, you know, okay, let's see what happens. Surely it's not over, right? Nibiru's gonna come in clutch? Let's see. Rahu, Dracotail sending Urgula and Malulu, come forth Gulamel. That will trigger the Arthalion to reborn back onto the field. Oh boy. This is main phase 1. We still are able to attack, but just like that, the Nibiru is now activatable. At the end of the main phase, wipe away the entire field. Well done. Urgula, before ending the turn, add back the Femina. We could banish from the graveyard, draw 1. We can negate a spell, then draw 1. All right, and the Femina requires a Dracotail to be somewhere, and it doesn't include herself. So we have, within these 2 draws, we have to randomly draw into a Dracotail, otherwise Femina's no good. But the Flame is not going to be able to draw unless there's a spell to negate. Sting in grave, banish away the Hugh Lee, Ghost Bell, negate. The only card that we have that will actually result in drawing a card into possibly drawing a Dracotail to turn on the Femina has now been negated. Hugh Lee reborn from the graveyard through the effect of the Mikanko dance. Cartesia's got a fusion play though. Cartesia is the way, but Little Knight's gonna banish it away. That's not a problem. We have a Dracotail plus a monster in hand though. Uh-oh. Now, Mikanko dance onto the Hugh Lee states that you cannot target my Mikanko cards. And you're at 2,400 life, and Mikanko's, well, let's see what happens. He's targeting himself, he knows. He's like, oh crap, he's gonna reflect damage, but wait. He also has a Nibiru. So he attacks directly with Nibiru or he reflects battle damage with the Hugh Lee. What the heck are we supposed to do? Well, let's put up a card that's 2,300 so it's not lethal damage. 100 off from lethal. Well, now I'm gonna get rid of you on the attack, and then we're gonna attack direct to Nibiru. Lethal damage. Good job, Mikanko. Damn, Neo almost had the perfect out. 2,300 was the way. Interesting. Good job, Morisaki. What the heck is this nonsense? Assault, you're a 50 card deck. Okay, let's go. Beast searching for the activate. Reflector is gonna get impermanenced, for sure. What? What? Connection failed. Okay. Reveal assault mode, reborn a monster, but then, yeah, what's going on? All right, sure. Let's go. Non-target negate, how exactly will this work? Only during the main phase can we quickly special summon this, and then if we have the Ecclesia, we get to non-target negate another face-up monster. We have negate anything. We also have there could be only one fool on the field. Oh my Jesus. Let's go. Is Mikanko multi-typed? She's an Ohime. Ohime's a fairy. I'm not sure. One of them's an illusion. So we have illusion, we have a fairy, I think we have a warrior. I think they're all mixed up, mostly. Water. Equip water onto something. But we're gonna be birth, banishing 3 cards from the grave on the resolution of a spell. Now, with the water equipped onto the Ecclesia, wow. Did not negate. That is crazy, mate. Now the Floritis cannot negate. Okay. Yeah, he's got birth control in the fields. Hewley equipped with the Mikanko dance. Did Baron to Floor negate something already? Okay, I wasn't paying attention. What did Baron to Floor negated Ash? All right, makes sense. Okay. Nothing really happened. Okay, we just won. Great, mate. All right, 2-0. Let's go. Diviner, send Herald of Arc Light, further searching for Ohime. Maybe I should just make another account name on my phone. Is it easy to switch between them though? It's not. Impulse, negate the ceremony, special summon, red reboot. Not only negate the impulse, but also further block impermanences from being activatable from the hand. Not today. I do have 10 MD accounts, but they're on Steam. And, you know, how do you switch between them on mobile, right? There's no Steam on mobile. Ceremony activating to send from the deck to the graveyard a Mikanko card. Ash Blossom will negate. What do we else we have from here, mate? We have Dynamundo. Dynamundo can reborn the Ohime during the opponent's turn if it was properly summoned, which it's not. So what does Dynamundo do? Nothing. During the opponent's turn, you cannot target the ritual to special summon it, but we can add it back to the hand. Huh? So we only have Droll? What the? Well, get Drolled. Let's freaking go. You can't add the ritual to your hand. Droll counters Mitsurugi, and that's all that we need. Special summon from the deck. The Wosu. Wosu's going to add back to the hand after being tributed by discarding the Fool Loss. Dynamundo's going to be adding Ohime back to the hand since it was not properly summoned. Then end the turn. We have Impulse that we got to deal with again. Red Reboot off the top of the freaking deck, but they have Red Reboot to negate your Red Reboot. Reflector grabbing the Assault Beast. Assault Beast is going to be searching for the Assault Mode activate. Reveal the Assault Mode activate for an effect that could get impulsed. We impulse it, but now we can't impulse the Ohime. Red Reboot, negate, Red Reboot, Chain Link 4, mate. Negate. And then we could optionally set a trap from our deck, which would be a Mikanko Rivalry. Rip Reflector, no trap engraved to destroy it, but now, completely unhindered, undisrupted Ohime. The 1.5 card combo, Ohime plus any other card, gives you whatever we're gonna do here. You send Sanaki to set a Fire Dance, you then Fire Dance Reborn the Sanaki you sent from the deck to then summon from the deck a Hugh Lee. Then Sanaki is gonna return back the Fire Dance so we can make our rank 3. Whatever we're doing here is a core play. With our core play, we're gonna search for a double-edged sword, equipping onto the Mikanko, attack, dealing 4,000 damage, activate its effect to attack again, then deal an additional 2,000 damage. Open field, rank 3 exceeds is 8,000 damage when you search for the double-edged sword. Gains 2,000, also both players take any damage from attacks involving the equipped monster. If you take 2,000 or more, send this card to the graveyard. So we're simply 2k, 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 2k. Damn. You know, what's a good way to counter Mikanko? Mikanko reflects battle damage, so don't summon a monster. Okay, you don't summon a monster, the rank 3 is going to play right through that play.